everyone. Hi, and welcome to our Southern Streaming Soiree. I am Megan, right here.
Hey
this
guys.
is Harrison, my husband. We are so happy to be here. We have a really awesome show for you guys today, and my co-host Dell is here. Do you want to say hi?
Hey guys, I'm here with my beautiful wife, Kim. You will see that everything that I'm going to talk about today is prepared by Kim, so I had to put her in here as well to make sure that she gets properly honored. She's also going to, Megan, be handling our chat today. So while we're doing the show, if you are communicating with us, just know Kim's going to be in there answering some questions, and she's going to be running our trip today for Cheerwine. So everyone, I hope you guys have a great show. Thanks for joining us. Megan, I'm excited.
I am too. One of my favorite things that we have planned is some trivia and giveaways for you guys. Del, do you want to kind of explain how that's going to work?
Yep. So we've got some fun prizes for you guys. We've got obviously some Cheerwine stuff that we can hand out for you guys. We're going to be doing trivia throughout the show. We're going to also do some quick kind of on-the-spot quizzes for some of the things that we talked about. One of the prizes we're going to give away today is a King of Cooler, which I can talk a little bit more about. This is a fantastic kind of koozie for your six-pack. So you just put your six-pack of Cheerwine in the koozie. We've got a few of these we're going to hand out tonight for folks that are playing trivia with us in our comment section on the video. And then, of course, while we're talking, I may see a few comments in there that I want to say hello to. I may throw out a few extra prizes. You never know. You got to watch the whole show. Harrison, how are you today?
Pretty good. How are you doing, Del?
I'm doing good. I know, Harrison, you're going to be doing a fun little trick, right?
Oh, I'm excited. I've been practicing all week.
All right. Well, Megan, it's been fun doing, we've been prepping for this for a while, and now tonight's the night we're going live. We want to thank everyone for joining us here on Facebook. But you've done such a good job. In the time that we first started talking about the Cheerwine event to now, you've now got 10,000 viewers or 10,000 followers on Instagram. You continue to grow. You've got a flourishing website. You'll have soon a new newsletter to be launching very, very soon. So congratulations on all your success.
Thank you. It's been a lot of fun, and having a partnership with someone like Cheerwine has been one of the most probably the most exciting thing that's happened to me since starting my page. So I am just thrilled to be here.
Well, your enthusiasm pays off, because I don't know if I'd be streaming from my kitchen right now. Although my wife has made this beautiful kitchen, display. So I'm proud of her work. Yeah, I'm proud of her work. Well, one of the things that I know was important to you with your mission with In-Season Plates to make sure that locals are really being connected to fantastic foodie destinations and then all kinds of activities. I know you and Harrison just got back into town. I think if I remember correctly on Instagram, you were hiking in some beautiful, amazing sky views that I don't know if I knew North Carolina had.
Oh yeah, the mountains of North Carolina are incredible. Harrison is very, very much so into hiking and backpacking, all things outdoors. So we're hoping to feature a lot more outdoorsy stuff for In-Seat and Play, but we decided to go together. He definitely helped me make it up the mountains, but I needed some pep talks. But it was cool. I found some Cheerwine at the Mass General store there, which is a really cool old country store, and I was thrilled to find it. So it was fun.
Folks on Insta Story saw that you were excited about finding it. So speaking of Cheerwine, this is our Cheerwine event. It's our virtual streaming event that's here live on Facebook. We've got some fantastic dishes straight from cheerwine.com. I mean, these are recipes that Cheerwine is very proud to share with everyone. A lot of them were organically grown from their fans that are out there. There are a lot of them. So we're excited to be able, I know, Megan, you and your family cooked some. We cooked some recipes, and then more importantly, we've got some local restaurants that we've worked with for this event that, not only did they share their takes on how to inspire and infuse Cheerwine into their dishes, but they actually are making them available. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. But really, the important thing here is Cheerwine. So we're excited to be working with Cheerwine. I know they're excited to work with you. I want to kick off our Cheerwine segment here with a proper introduction of Julia, which we'll bring on in a second from Cheerwine. She's actually going to be here talking with us live. She's going to be streaming out of Charleston. But before we do, one of the things that is really exciting about Cheerwine right now is, Megan, I know you've seen it, it's their uniquely Southern summer contest that they've kicked off. So I want to start our show with a reminder about what that actual contest is, because I think that'll set the tone for everyone's enthusiasm for Cheerwine tonight.
Yeah.
All right. So again, let's go ahead and watch a quick video on the Uniquely Southern Summer Contest for Cheerwine. This is one contest you guys want to make sure you're joining.
Cheerwine's Uniquely Southern Summer Contest is back. It's your chance to win tons of incredible weekly prizes and plenty of free Cheerwine. To enter, post a pic on social media showing how you're creating cheer this summer. Make sure to use the hashtag CheerWineSummer. Whether you're hanging out at the beach, drinking a Cheerwine float on the porch, or cooking out with loved ones, share it with us for a chance to win. Make sure you include the one-of-a-kind soft drink Cheerwine in your entries. Cheers to a great summer of fun with Cheerwine. Cheerwine, uniquely Southern.
Hi guys! Happy Cheerwine Summer!
Cheerwine Summer.
Happy Cheerwine Summer. It's just getting started. The fun's starting now. Julia, thank you for joining us from Cheerwine. We're happy to have you. I know Megan's super thrilled because you are a social media guru. You've been building that fandom for Cheerwine for some time. So to connect you two has been really fun to watch you guys working together.
Yes, Julia is goals.
Oh, stop it. Y'all are so kind. Thank you so much for having me, Megan. We're so excited to be working with you on this and having our fans connect and get to celebrate all things Cheerwine during this Southern streaming soiree, the first of its kind for me personally. So I'm very excited to be here.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. I know, Megan, when we talked about doing this, it was really important to work with the right brand, if you will, for North Carolina, because I know it was important for you to connect and kind of help folks have fun during, right now some stressful times. And when I happened to say, well, what brand do you think would work? What did you say?
Cheerwine. Cheerwine is a North Carolina icon. And obviously I created NC Eat & Play because I am obsessed with all things North Carolina. And Cheerwine is just one of those things that people associate with North Carolina. And I love how true it is to its Southern roots. I love their social media. I love their website. I just think it's a fun brand. And so I'm just thrilled. I feel honored.
Well, we are honored too. We love to connect with our North Carolinian fans. And yes, you're right, Cheerwine, this summer we've all been about keeping the cheer. This year has been, questionable and rocky, as we all know, but we're happy to keep the cheer going. And like y'all mentioned before, our Cheerwine Summer Contest is here. It's just started. They're in our second month. So we're just asking our fans, show us how you're creating the cheer this summer with Cheerwine. Snap a pic with a drink or in your merch and share it with the hashtag CheerWineSummer. And we are giving away tons of great prizes. We are working with great Southern brands like Omega Sports. They have a great prize coming up. Food Lion, Palmetto Moon. So it's not too late. Go ahead, get in there. We're going to be giving away 3 prizes every week until the end of August, and you're not going to want to miss it. And also, we really want to see how everyone's creating the cheer this summer because cheer brings us cheer.
Yes, we all need it.
We're already taking selfies out there, so let's just pose with our favorite beverage here and enter a contest and win. Doing weekly giveaways. I mean, multiple giveaways. There's some fantastic prizes. Of course, folks can find more details at cheerwine.com, and then of course follow on social at drinkcheerwine. At Cheerwine at drinkcheerwine.
At drinkcheerwine. Yep, you got it. Yeah, we have all. There you go. Yeah, we have all the contest details on all of our social media outlets. If you have any questions, just please feel free to DM us. We're happy to help, and it's on our website. So, yeah, and if you're looking for Cheerwine near you, I know it's a very celebrated North Carolina drink, and we're happy to always celebrate in our roots, but we are available across the United States. And I know this surprises a lot of people, so if you're tuning in from somewhere else, don't fret. Cheerwine is available all across the U.S., and you can look at cheerwine.com. We have a finder, so you'll be able to find Cheerwine near you, and it's kind of like a little treasure when you do. It's like, found it in an unexpected place.
Yes,
yep.
I can vouch for that personally. Harrison and I both, we lived in Utah and Idaho for a bit for school. And one of the first things that people say to you when you say you're from North Carolina is, have you had Cheerwine? I had it on vacation one time. It was amazing. And of course I've had Cheerwine. And use that finder, you can find all these little gems out there, even in Utah and Idaho, whether it was like a certain gas station or a burger shop that specializes in soda, and people would get so excited to find that little treasure, that little piece of home, and it was just amazing.
Yes, it is like finding a little piece of home, and we're happy to be able to provide that for people who are far from North Carolina. And also, we love our fans, and all of our fans in North Carolina are so good about like creating cheer and introducing it to someone who may have not had it before, or if they're coming to visit. So we appreciate that so much. So we're just spreading the cheer.
Well, spreading the cheer, let's talk about spreading the cheer. I'm looking here at our comments here. I see Elizabeth, hello. Thanks for joining us. Aaron says, Megan, you're awesome. Joshua, Cheerwine is always, we can't wait to hear more about these recipes. It's always like number one, I guess. Don, thanks for joining us. Mark, so Julie, you have the funnest job. I mean, you get to work with such amazing fans. I mean, how fun is it to be working with? I mean, this is not, I mean, this, I heard Megan say iconic. I mean, this is a, you know, a over 100-year-old company, family owned, that you get to work with on a regular basis, and really this huge universe of fans that go beyond North Carolina.
Yes, we're very proud to be, you know, an independently owned, family owned soda soft drink for over 102 years now. And, you know, we have that unique cherry flavor with that extra little fizz that makes everyone happy. And, you know, what we've really been trying to do, and like what you guys are helping us tonight, is that Cheerwine goes beyond the drink. You can make cocktails with it, ingredients and desserts, barbecue sauce. It's a very versatile ingredient in a lot of recipes. And I know you have a lot of yummy ones coming up. And if smell-o-vision was real, which I wish it was, so I could like scratch and sniff the screen. I know both of your kitchens smell amazing. And I'm excited for everyone to see all the recipes they might not know about.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's what people need to, I mean, I'm sure fans know this, but I just want to reiterate what you're saying. One of the things being new to North Carolina is drinking Cheerwine is one thing, but cooking with Cheerwine and letting very talented local chefs really enjoy experimenting different flavors and kind of amping up their kind of Southern roots, or their uniquely Southern takes on certain dishes, has been really, really fun. So I can't wait to get into that. But I want to read this one comment. I saw it on the screen real quick. Jennifer says, my family loves Cheerwine. My oldest had her wisdom teeth out yesterday. So, man.
Oh no, speedy recovery to her. But
absolutely.
That's a great treat. She deserves one every day.
The first thing she wanted was a Cheerwine float to feel better. So we want to wish your oldest Jennifer a quick recovery. No one likes that, but hey, if you get a treat with a Cheerwine float, that's always fun.
Yes, and also I noticed we have some of our Cheerwine tastemakers here. Thanks, guys. That's our fan club. If you didn't know about it, we have a Cheerwine fan club, and you can compete challenges every month, and you get points, and then you can use your points towards our Cheerwine store. So that's on our website too. But I see a lot of tastemakers here, so I just want to shout out and say thanks for joining us tonight.
Absolutely. Well, and you may or may not have already given some hints for some of the trivia that we're going to be playing today. So again, in comments, we're going to be dropping some trivia questions. Julia, how about if I drop the first trivia question now?
Okay, let's go for it.
Megan, do you mind if I do that? So
yeah.
We talked about it being a 102-year-old, locally owned, family-owned business here in North Carolina, but you know, born in 1917, first sold in a general store owned by L.D. Peeler in Salisbury, North Carolina. Shout out Salisbury, everybody.
Absolutely.
Everything's Cheerwine. I went through there and I was like, everything is Cheerwine. And of course, it was the first bottled cherry soda out there on the market. And because of that, Cheerwine, this is your trivia question, everyone, if you're listening, and it'll be in the comments. Cheerwine is referred to by many as the blank of North Carolina. So the blank of North Carolina. So let's see if your Cheerwine knowledge is out there and you know what many folks call Cheerwine is the blank of North Carolina. So we'll be checking the comments. Kim's over here checking comments, making sure you guys get that right answer. Julia, this is going to be a fun night. I appreciate you streaming live from Charleston. I know Megan was super happy to have you in there.
Yes, thank you guys so much. I'm looking forward to tuning in and watching the rest of the show. I know you have a lot of great things planned. Good luck to everybody on the giveaways and trivia Hope you win some good stuff. And thank you again, Megan, for this opportunity. And our Cheerwine soiree continues.
Yes.
Oh, and I can't leave without a cheers.
There you go. There. Cheers. There you go.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
We're all trying to find the camera. There you go.
I know, right?
And to our viewers, if you guys have a Cheerwine in your hand, send us a picture. Post the picture in the comments. We want to see.
There you go.
Yes.
Or just get a prize. I might do a Kanga cooler for the first Cheerwine photo that gets put in comments.
If you put one, run.
So, Julia, I know you're going to enjoy the show while we're over here sweating, making sure that we show and highlight all these great dishes that we've worked on all day, and of course, showing the love and support to the local restaurants that joined us for the event as well. So you enjoy the rest of the show, Julia.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
She's fantastic. We want to thank her for spending time. Megan, are you ready to jump into some fun recipes?
You know I am, Del. I'm ready for some food.
All right. Well, the first one that I want to kick off is of course, Julia supplied us with some fantastic recipes, some fantastic videos to make it very simple for folks to follow. You can find all these recipes at cheerwine.com. Just go right into their little recipe area. The first one that I know a lot of people out there love, and I wanted to make sure that I properly kick it off with the boiled peanuts. The Cheerwine boiled peanuts is a very, very popular recipe that Cheerwine has put on their website. So I want to kick off our recipe takes on the peanuts and the snack section of tonight's event with the Cheerwine boiled peanuts video. Oh, I love that ending, that uniquely Southern tagline that Cheerwine has. You couldn't get any more uniquely Southern than boiled peanuts with Cheerwine. So guys, I hope you love that recipe. Megan, I know you have another snack that also came from cheerwine.com, and that is
Caramel popcorn.
there you go. While you're pulling that up, I want to let people know. I see everyone's gotten the answer. So Cheerwine is also referred to as the nectar of North Carolina.
Yes.
We're going to do a random drawing. We're going to give somebody a Kanga.
Woohoo! Del, I also want to point out that when you were talking about the boiled peanuts, you pronounced it like a true Southerner. So pretty proud of you, like a North Carolinian.
I'm not sure how I did that.
Instead of saying boiled, you say boiled. Bold.
Because I'm tired.
I'm exaggerating, but you did a good job. Okay, so you guys, Cheerwine caramel popcorn on their website. It's one of their most popular recipes. I knew I had to have it. I've been pretty busy, so my mom helped me make these. So I was not actually a part of making them, but I am a part of eating them. They're so addicting. It's almost like, it's like kettle popcorn, but on steroids. It's got that slight Cheerwine flavor, a little bit of that cherry tint. It's just a perfect texture. Seriously, I can't stop eating them. And Dean is in love with them. Harrison loves them.
Really good.
I just want to point out that I'm going to jump off this screen real quick so you can see Harrison and people can watch you eat it in front of Harrison because I feel so bad for him right now.
Guys, it's so good. There are actually 2 of these containers, and I already ate the first one, so.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Not true.
But it's really good.
So Megan, how simple was it to make? I know you said your mom helped with that, but how simple was that for you?
So simple. And I will say the one note that I want to make is on the recipe, it says that you need Cheerwine syrup. And Cheerwine syrup can only be found in Salisbury. So my mom actually made a Cheerwine reduction, and you can find recipes for that on their website as well, or just Google. So she made a Cheerwine reduction, which is just putting Cheerwine in a pot and letting it simmer for about 30 minutes, and it reduces. And she used it for these, and it turned out perfect.
So just a quick note on the syrup. That is definitely one of many reasons to make it out to Salisbury, which I have done and gotten bottles of syrup, and it makes great mixers as well.
Ooh, so just go load up.
There you go. There you go. Well, Megan, I think with the popcorn, I think you had a fun trick that you wanted to kick off one of our prize giveaways as well. So I've got a Kanga cooler for someone who I believe is going to guess how many popcorn kernels or popcorn Harrison can fit in his mouth.
Yeah, so I'm going to count out 10 of these. And I want everybody in the comments to just guess how many of the 10 they think that Harrison can catch in his mouth. And I'll give you a hint. He's really bad at it. And I'm really bad at throwing. So, or we could be hustling you. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I've got 10 of them. Put your guesses down below. How many out of 10 is Harrison going to catch in his mouth?
If you give me good tosses, I'll catch all 10 of them.
So it's my fault if he catches none, basically.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Say hi to Mom back there. Hi.
Oh, come on. Hi. Come say hi. It's fine. Come say hi.
I'm stuffing my teeth. Hello.
She made the caramel popcorn, everyone.
It is delicious, and it was really hard not to eat it all before I had to have it for tonight.
My mom says I can only catch 3.
Harrison's mom guessed 3, you guys. That's how much she believes in him. Oh, I see some zeros.
Uh-oh.
I feel it. That's a lot of guesses. I'm proud of you guys.
Ouch.
Okay, I'm going to come a little farther back. Make it a little harder. Okay. 1.
That was a terrible throw. Come on. You got to
2.
lob
Okay,
it.
okay. Oh, that was a good throw, but you didn't catch
higher,
it. That's
higher.
not 1. Okay, a little higher.
Very good.
Oh, 1. So everybody who guessed 0 is out.
Oh, that was my fault. That was a good throw.
It was.
That was a good throw.
I know it was.
Oh,
That was a bad
throw.
throw. Come on, we gotta
Aim
get
for
it.
my nose.
Okay.
That was an okay throw.
All right, let's get at least 1 more.
That was an okay throw.
Yeah, you're just he's so bad at this. Okay. Last one. Aw.
I almost had it.
He got 1. I warned you guys that we were both really bad at this, but I think he was worse.
If you don't have anything nice to say, you drink your Cheerwine.
Wait, what did you say, Del?
I said, if you don't have anything nice to say, drink Cheerwine.
That's right. Did anyone guess 1?
Yeah, did anybody even guess 1? I'm sure some of you
I
did.
saw a lot of 2s and 0s, but
Yeah.
didn't see any 1s.
I hope there were some 1s.
Is that all that's all you caught was 1? Oh, I at least gave you 2.
They were bad throws, Del.
Oh, I don't know. It looked pretty lined up on our angle.
Listen,
Lined up on our angle.
it's Harrison's short tongue.
Yeah.
That's true.
He can't stick his tongue out, so he can't he can't use it like a frog.
All right. Well, let's let Harrison go ahead and eat his popcorn while you jump into our next recipe. If you wanted to throw this next dish across the room at Harrison, see if you can catch it, I'm down for that.
Sounds good.
Okay, so our next recipe, you guys, is Cheerwine meatballs, another popular one on their website. I am Italian. I'm Italian on my mom's side, and so I loved that this recipe was a cool way to bring in my Italian side and my Southern side. It's delicious. So let's go ahead and play that video, and then I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about it. Okay, I'm sure that looked delicious to everyone because it looked delicious to me, which is part of the reason I picked it. So I've got this big, beautiful bowl. Look at those meatballs. Honestly, I kind of thought that these meatballs were going to be more of like appetizer style, like, you know, like the little ones that you put a little toothpick in at parties. But these are hearty. Like, those are real Italian meatballs. I got some meatballs, some Cheerwine meatballs. All right. I'm trying to be funny. So anyways, these are really good. Like everything else. Dell, you see my big...
Yes, I see them, and I'm mad because I wish I had those in my recipe list today. But I know you said your mom, great Italian cook, you had to have her make them, and I think she put a little spin on them as well, correct? Don't talk with your mouth full.
Yeah, so I'm sorry for everyone that hates to see people take bites of food, but that's just what this show is going to be. I had my mom make these because she's Italian and she is the Italian queen. She is such a good cook and meatballs are her specialty. So she made these. They turned out amazing. They're serious this is what I love about Cheerwine. You cook with it and it seriously, the taste stays present. That cherry flavor stays there. And I did not expect it in this like tomato sauce. It is so good. And the one thing that she said she changed was she added a little bit of brown sugar to kind of take some of that bitterness off of it because she likes it a little bit sweeter. She adds a lot of sugar to her tomato sauces and stuff. So she added some brown sugar and it turned out perfect. These I highly recommend. So good.
All right, well, good. So that recipe obviously is on cheerwine.com. I know a lot of folks mentioned leading up to the show that the meatballs were something they were excited to see. So I'm glad that you were able to share that. I'm going to go back to a quick winner here. So not to rub it into Harrison, but we did actually have a winner who guessed only one popcorn would actually make it from Megan's hands to Harrison's mouth. And that is Ming Fei Chan. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Ming, you are a winner. Just go ahead and message us on our messenger at NC Eat and Play. Give us your email address and we'll follow up with you to make sure that you get your Kanga cooler. So good job there. We are still tabulating votes on the first trivia question that I read out there for the nectar of North Carolina. And of course, we've got more Cheerwine questions coming up. So sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, but I just wanted to let you know that Harrison, someone did guess one and they won.
How do you feel about that?
I guess that's something to be proud of.
He made me proud, Ming. At least you are proud.
Yeah, there you go. So Megan, I know your fans, we've got a lot of Cheerwine fans here. I want to introduce them into you, why people follow this great brand that you have created in Eat and Play. And that is, now we're going to talk about foodie photography. Before we get into more dishes, I think now let's pause on, this food looks so great. Now, how do we take how do we capture those great foodie moments? And you put together a few tips that you'd like to share with everybody.
Yes, I did, you guys. I am really excited about this. I get a lot of questions about how I take and edit my pictures for Instagram and my website and stuff. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about it. I made some slides and I'm really pumped. So let's get started on that. So these are some of my best foodie photo tips. And the first thing that I really, really want you guys to understand is that you don't need an expensive camera. You don't need an expensive software. You don't have to buy anything to take drool-worthy food photos. That's something that I've learned. And obviously I've gotten better over time, but I'm going to share with you some of the tips that I've learned as I go on. All of these pictures on this slide were taken with an iPhone. And iPhones have honestly progressed so far. Even your old iPhones can take good ones, but the iPhone camera is great. It's not fun to lug around an expensive camera all the time. So the first little tip that I have for you guys is lighting. And I know this seems obvious, but I have to mention it. Indirect natural light is best. So next to a window, I often go to restaurants and ask to be next to a window, and they're almost always nice about it, especially when I tell them that I'm going to post the food. So go next to a window. Outside during an overcast day is my favorite. Outdoors in the shade. So if there's a covered patio at the restaurant, that's perfect for pictures. And here, this is just a little example. The burger on the left is from Bad Daddy's, and I was not next to a window and there was no good lighting. So I did the best that I could. But then the picture on the right is at Cowfish, and I was sitting outside in their patio. So it was diffused natural light and it came out beautifully. And so same iPhone, different lighting. So that gives you, that's probably the most important thing. If you take nothing else, it's the lighting. You got to get good lighting for a good picture. And next is angles and placement. And this is one of the things that took me a little bit longer to learn. You don't want to be afraid to play with your food. So pick it up, break it, pour the sauce, take a bite. You really want to invite your viewers into the picture, make them experience and taste the food with you. And those pictures usually are the most drool worthy for me. They're the most mouth watering. The ones that get people the most excited is the ones where I'm doing something with the food. So don't be afraid to pick it up. You don't have to just drop it on the table and take a picture. Use your chopsticks and pick up some noodles or break the cookie in half. Definitely works, makes it look a lot tastier. And along with angles and placement, avoid being too linear. And when I say that, I mean, if you have, say, a square plate, okay, like this picture I have here. If you have a square plate and you just plate it right in the middle of the screen, it's so boring. In this first picture of sushi, it was right when I started my page and I was afraid to cut off any food. I had a lot of negative space. I just took a simple picture. But something that you can do to make it fun is just turn the camera for a fun new angle, cut off some corners, cut off some food, use diagonals, use diamonds, use different shapes. So that is a way to kind of up your game a little bit. And editing. So this is one that I get asked about all the time. And the only two apps that I use to edit are Snapseed and Lightroom Mobile. So take a note of those because they are both free and I love them both. Snapseed I mainly use for the brush tool because you can lighten and play with certain areas instead of the whole picture. So I love that in Snapseed. And then there's also a healing button that's technically supposed to be used, I think, to take off like zits off of people, but I use it to take out food that fell on the plate and to make the picture look really messy and stuff, or like fingerprints in my hamburger, things like that. And the main things that I do when I edit, I brighten the pictures, I increase the saturation, but I try really hard to keep it natural and accurate. I crop the pictures and then I increase the clarity and dehaze. And those are all on Lightroom Mobile. You just search through the buttons and you'll find it all. But this is a little example of just a simple edit that I use. This was probably only in Lightroom Mobile. So it shows you what a difference it can make and how much tastier your food looks if you just like up the light a little bit and up the saturation some. And I want to end with one. This is just a bonus tip. And it's something that not a lot of people think about. And it took me a long time to learn it. And it really changed my food game, my food photography game when I learned it. So in Lightroom, the color section has a button that says mix in the top corner, and it lets you edit specific colors. And what you want to do is mute the unappetizing colors. And blue is traditionally unappetizing, and it shows up in a lot of shadows and highlights. So I click blue and I almost all the way mute it unless I have like a blueberry muffin or something. You can see in this picture that there's a lot of blue in the shadows and in the highlights. And when I took it out, it just looks so much more natural. It looks tastier. You focus more on the food. And then you want to increase the saturation of appetizing colors, which is going to be red, yellow, orange. And if you think of most fast food restaurants, there's a reason. You know, McDonald's is the big yellow M with the red. They pick those colors for a reason. It's appetizing. It makes you want to eat that food. So that's my bonus tip. And I see pictures all the time that I'm like, oh, if they had just taken out that blue and upped the orange, you know, it would have looked so much yummier. So that's just a little bonus tip, and it'll take your iPhone food photography game up, I promise you. And I know that it's kind of a fad right now, especially on Instagram, to really mute all yellows out of your pictures. That seems to be what a lot of people do. And I would just encourage you, if you're taking pictures of food, to not fall into that trap, because when you take yellows out of your pictures, it does not look very tasty at all. So those are my big tips, you guys. I hope they help. I don't know if you guys have any questions. I'd love to answer some, but that's what I've got for you.
All right. Well, that was cool, right? I watch a foodie show and then get a chance to actually get a sought after. I mean, you were really sought after from local restaurants for great photography for social media and, you know, websites and all kinds of promotions. So I think everyone should just everyone in the comments should just say, thanks, Megan. Thanks for all your tips. I think it was fantastic.
Thank you.
While we're doing that, I'm going to read off a couple of comments here that I thought you guys are commenting really, really fast. We love it. Keep them coming. I want to just point out for the vegans out there, Martha Morgan put a comment in here that said your meatball recipe that you highlighted, Megan, also works with vegan meatballs. So for all the vegans out there, you can thank Martha for making that point. We appreciate that. And then, of course, we've got some other folks in there. Everyone's giving Ming Fei some love for winning our first prize here. We're still going through all the Nectar trivia questions. We've got some folks that have already been answering some of the other trivia questions. There's a lot of comments coming in. Keep them coming in. And more importantly, if you are watching right now, feel free to hit share. Share it to your friends so they can go ahead and join the show as well. All right, I think now, Megan, it's time to get into some more food.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I am going to jump in, and we are going to now let me show you guys when it comes to, I want to give you guys a chance to share a great recipe when it comes to something that most people don't realize can make fantastic dishes, and that is Brussels sprouts. Yes, I'm talking Brussels sprouts. Not a lot of people know that Brussels sprouts can be super delicious, but I promise you, when we saw this recipe from Cheerwine, this was one Brussels sprout recipe that I just could not wait to try. And when I mean try, my wife over here actually was the one that took the recipe, made it happen, made the magic happen in the kitchen. And I walked in and I was like, what is that smell? It smells fantastic. And I want to share with you guys the quick recipe that Cheerwine has on their website, and then we'll talk about what we did with the Brussels sprouts. All right, baby, you ready to present this to the world?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. So straight from Kimberly's kitchen right here. These are our fantastic roasted Brussels sprouts. You reduce down, what was it?
Basically, it's Cheerwine.
Yep.
It's apple cider vinegar. So you reduce that down while the Brussels sprouts are in the oven cooking. So, and then on the top, we actually have crispy shallots. Basically, you just take some oil in a cast iron skillet, throw the shallots in there, let them crisp up. I will say, keep your eye on them. Ours do a little bit done, but they still taste delicious.
I like my shallots a little crispier. So if you can see them, these shallots are fantastic. They're nice and crunchy. And then we dressed it up with a little bit of parsley at the top, right?
Yep, that's it.
So guys, when you guys are cooking this, when you're reducing down the apple cider vinegar and then mix it with Cheerwine, you're going to create quite an aroma. And then to be able to put this all over the Brussels sprouts and put it in the oven and roast it, if you aren't a fan of Brussels sprouts, I promise you, you just need to add some bacon. There is bacon in this recipe. That was the first thing that she reminded me of when I said, oh, I don't know about these Brussels sprouts. Then I saw that bacon is involved. And so there is some nice crispy bacon in here that goes perfectly. So you got a little bit of that sweet, you got a little bit of that savory, and a lot of that crunch. So fantastic. Great job.
It's a winner.
It's a winner. It's a winner. All right. I'm going to go ahead and eat some more bacon there. All right. So the Brussels sprouts from Cheerwine, that's our side dish. And then, of course, I had to make a main dish that Megan challenged me on. And guys, one of the things that I know that my friends have already told me about, anyone who has been in Cheerwine country, if you will, always talks about the Cheerwine buffalo chicken wings, which are very popular, and they are on cheerwine.com. I will tell you that I love chicken wings, but even more, because I like more meat on my bones, I actually changed the recipe, or I asked my wife to change the recipe and try chicken thighs, because I love chicken thighs. So we went ahead and kind of retrofitted this very, very popular recipe out on cheerwine.com, which is the Cheerwine buffalo chicken wings. And we did it with chicken thighs. So meatier, these are actually boneless chicken thighs,
Boneless,
right?
skinless chicken thighs. Yep.
So, you know, if you're having that debate on do I do boneless chicken wings or do I do with bone, just go boneless chicken thighs. I promise you, they're super juicy. They're usually inexpensive. You get a lot more meat and you can really soak up all that great flavor.
Yeah, and they're super easy to make. Just slightly season, however you like. I use garlic powder, onion powder, some chili flake, stick them in the oven. While that's in the oven, you can reduce your Cheerwine and Texas Pete.
Yep, so there's a Texas Pete buffalo sauce, right? Yes. That's another North Carolina classic, Texas Pete. Shout out to Texas Pete. You mix that in the recipe. It gives you everything that you want in a great chicken wing in a big, nice, juicy piece of chicken.
Yeah,
so,
and that heat with that sweet from the Cheerwine is definitely
a winner. Yeah. Yes. So I'm gonna give you guys another close up here. I'm gonna tilt the dish. There are some cherries we do on top. We're just dressing it up, you know, just trying to be fancy there. But pretty soon when this show is over, it won't be fancy. I'll be tearing up these chicken wings, drinking my Cheerwine. So Megan, what do you think of our beautiful dish here?
I want to get over there and take a picture.
Can I just tell you, I did not have anything to do with cooking this fantastic dish, but when I saw it, I was so proud of my wife.
Kim, you are amazing.
So one of the things that we are, you know, being Asian, my wife knows how to season up things. So to know that she's taken that same, you know, sense of palate and taste and flavors and to be able to use Cheerwine and make a true Southern dish with these chicken thighs, they're amazing. So good job.
Thank you. It's definitely going to be a regular.
It'll definitely be a regular, yes. It's very flavorful. So definitely make sure you guys check out. Again, as my wife said, all you got to do, you can go to cheerwine.com. You can get the buffalo wing recipe, which of course, you can enjoy if you love chicken wings. But if you want a little bit more meat, try those chicken thighs. They soak it up. And then, of course, the Cheerwine also kind of helps with it, you know, kind of breaking down some of the texture so it's even juicier and softer.
That seriously sounds delicious. Like, yeah. I think I'm going to add that to my rotation.
There you go. And then, of course, another North Carolina classic, Texas Pete, Cheerwine, Texas Pete. More meat, you can't beat it.
Yes. I think
for grilling season. Yes, that's something that we absolutely, if you're going to use more, take that same recipe and start grilling it. I like what you're thinking there, Cheerwine. All right, so we've talked about chicken thighs. Now, guys, one of the things that is special for us during this whole journey of putting this show together, there's Dean.
Dean, say hi.
You wave.
Hi. Oh, he's going for my hush puppies.
He wants a hush puppy, or maybe he wants those chicken thighs that were on the screen there. So Megan, one of the things that I know you were excited about was when we got to actually ask local restaurants, you know, how can we help? How can we help during this time, you know, when, you know, things are uncertain and, you know, folks are switching from, you know, letting people come into their dining rooms into going into more of a curbside pickup. You've been helping a lot of those restaurants through the several weeks that we've been dealing with a lot of things that are happening in the world. I know in particular, when we talked about the Cheerwine event, man, were they excited about working with Cheerwine. Many of them have already worked with Cheerwine in the past, meaning they've used Cheerwine in some dishes because they knew that was an attention grabber and something that would delight their customers. Do you want to talk about Southern craft sandwiches?
Yeah, absolutely. Did I talk about my hush puppies already?
Did you? Oh, wait a minute. Did you come in right now to talk about hush puppies?
I did, and you cut me off.
Let me slow down. Dean threw me off there because he was eating them.
No, you're fine. Should I go ahead and just talk about them real quick?
Absolutely. You can't have chicken thighs and anything that I've talked about without hush puppies.
All right, guys. Cheerwine hush puppies also on Cheerwine's website. I'm obsessed with hush puppies. It's another Southern staple. I thought it sounded delicious. Dean says, yes, it sounds amazing. And I made them. And one thing that I want to mention is that the recipe calls for a deep fryer. And I don't have a deep fryer, and I'm really afraid of oil, like when it pops up. I really don't like that. So I just took a deep pot and I filled it up with a little bit of oil, fried these babies up. So So good. These actually really surprised me. And you can see that the inside is pink. So it's still got that classic Cheerwine taste to them. They're perfect. They're awesome for your next family barbecue. They were super fast, super easy to make. So I highly recommend these if you guys are big Hush Puppy fans, and I hope that you are.
Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with any kind of fried dough.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Dean, let me let you have your Hush Puppies.
It's okay. He's on popcorn now.
Yeah, he's on the popcorn. So pink Hush Puppies with Cheerwine. I remember when you told me you were making Hush Puppies, I was so jealous because that's what I need with my dishes tonight is Hush Puppies.
Yep. I've got this random combination, but it'll all work well together.
Well, I know one thing that a lot of our Southern fans out here will attest to is that if you're having a really great sandwich, if you're having some really great barbecue, if you're having some really great just Southern fun comfort food, Hush Puppies are a perfect combination with that. But speaking of sandwiches, Megan, I know, as I was alluding to earlier, before I cut you off on your Hush Puppies, we had a chance to work with local restaurants, and I know Southern Craft Sandwiches is one that you work with closely. Do you want to talk a little bit more about Southern Craft Sandwiches?
Yes. So you guys, Southern Craft Sandwiches is a restaurant that is in Lafayette Village, and they are one of my favorite local restaurants. They used to be called Southern Craft Butcher, so you might still know them by that name. They used to operate as a full-blown butcher shop, but then his sandwiches and his burgers got so popular that he just transitioned to doing just those, and he nails it. He is amazing, and he was so excited for the opportunity to work with Cheerwine again. He had some awesome ideas, and we sent Dell over there to talk to him to get a little more information and to see what he was making. And so we've got a little video to show you guys, and then I've got the sandwiches here, and I'll taste them and I'll show you guys what.
All right, guys, we are here in Lafayette Village. I am here with Mark Anson of Southern Craft Sandwiches. Hello, thank you for joining us tonight. This is fantastic. Mark, tell us about your fantastic sandwich shop here.
So we've been open now going on almost 4 years. We've built a big sandwich shop here. I've done sandwiches for a really long time. It's been one of my passions. I wanted to bring kind of my passion to Raleigh. We've done super well with them. Sliced fresh every single day. Everything's fresh here. So yeah, we're looking forward to our little collaboration with Cheerwine that we have going on now.
Yep, and this is not your first collaboration with Cheerwine, right? I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some of the fantastic options that they've prepared for us here. How's that look? If you guys could smell this at home right now, Mark, walk us through this sandwich here.
So this is our smoked brisket sandwich. This is the one that we have made prior on our fantastic toasted ciabatta roll. It's a 14-hour smoked brisket that we do with just simple salt and pepper in the smoking process with hickory wood. Throughout the process, we'll spritz it with some Cheerwine soda, but we try to keep it very simple through the smoking process at least. And then with our barbecue sauce is really where we bring the Cheerwine flavor to our sandwich that you see here. We also are going to do it in a brioche bun as well, so it's going to be a little bit different than the ciabatta roll that we have done prior. But that one, a little bit smaller option, but like you said, it's packed with a lot of brisket.
Yeah, so don't let the size fool you. It's packed. It's got plenty of brisket in there. So let's go through the kind of, not only do you have the brisket, you've got, obviously, North Carolina's got to have the coleslaw on top of it. And then there's that garlic aioli that I saw you put on there.
Yep. Yeah, we do a roasted garlic aioli in-house. When we roast garlic for probably about an hour on a very low temperature. We'll puree that in with a little bit of mayonnaise. We'll put that on the bun, toast the bun up, give it a little bit more flavor. Also put the brisket, nice sweet slaw. My grandma and my dad were always a fan of a sweet slaw. So that's kind of where I got that from. A little bit of sugar, celery seed, but fantastic. A little bit of sweetness to the brisket.
All right, so again, this is not your first time with Cheerwine. You guys actually had a sandwich like this prior.
Correct.
And it was very popular.
It was very popular. We had a lot of recommendations to bring it back, so we decided that we can do this collaboration. We're going to bring it back. for everybody that's been asking for it. We'll be back very, very soon.
Yeah, so for you guys at home that are watching us, we've got a lot of food that we're going to be talking tonight. We're going to be talking about tonight with Cheerwine, but it's nice to know that we've got great local restaurants here in our local area that's going to be offering, these types of dishes. So this sandwich that I'm holding out right here, and then this sandwich right here will now also be made available at the Southern Craft Sandwiches shop here on Falls of Neuse in Lafayette Village.
That's correct. Yes, sir.
So how great is it to be able to work with a brand like Cheerwine? I mean, obviously it's a North Carolina institution. Being able to serve the local public these types of integrated recipes, how fun is that for you?
It's a blast. Cheerwine, again, is one of my favorite sodas. I've done many recipes from ribs, brisket, family gatherings in my neighborhood. It's fantastic to be able to serve the community. Been from Raleigh, being a local guy from this area, it's been a pleasure to work with the community and build a sandwich shop here right now.
So what people want to know is, are you open?
Yes.
Can people call ahead, order online, pick up? Give everyone instructions at home.
So what we're doing currently right now, with next week probably opening up, we're going to start taking walk-in to-go orders only. We're still closing down our dining room service. It's a bit chaotic for us to wipe everything down, everybody coming in, coming out, at the same time running the kitchen. Mm-hmm. So we will be taking to-go orders, walk-in orders, and we also will be able to place it online,
awesome.
Where we can do a curbside pickup. That's most preferable for us to run efficiently here in the butcher shop.
I'm a big fan of curbside pickup. I mean, I think, sometimes life changes and things happen, but then you start finding that, hey, I actually like this. I love the idea of call ahead. I love the idea of ordering it online and just swinging by while you're running the errands, pick up that food, take it home.
Yep, it's super, super simple. Everything's to go back. Like I said, it's very, very efficient for us, and it's super, super simple.
Well, and we know, I see Cheerwine over there on your fountain, so the folks that are ordering the sandwiches are going to be getting some Cheerwine with their meal, is that right?
Correct, yes.
All right, so they get sandwich, I see some potato salad made in-house, yes. And then, of course, the fantastic North Carolina's own Cheerwine. Mark, I want to thank you.
Absolutely.
We appreciate your time tonight. Everyone is watching. They're going to be trying out recipes. Give Mark a call. Give his team a call. These are fantastic sandwiches. They smell great. They look great. And they taste great. Cheers.
Thank you, guys.
Well, how cool was that?
Good job, Del.
Yeah, I had a great time. Obviously, located there in the heart of Raleigh off of Falls of Neuse. I'm going to throw out a quick surprise trivia question. Where exactly are they located? What's the area that is very popular in the Triangle that Southern Craft Sandwiches is at? If you answer this question correctly, we're going to pick you for is it a gift card? Is that right? You have a gift card on you, Megan?
Yes. So Southern Craft Butchers is giving away a $30 gift card to one of you.
Yep. So quickly answer, where are they? What's the shopping area that they're in? And if you answer correctly, we'll randomly pick one of the right answers and get you guys a fantastic gift card so that you too can try it. Real quick, I wanted to go back in our comments here because I saw someone spell something on there that I have to just do a shout out on. Someone said Cheerwine Kakalaki, question mark, exclamation point, exclamation point. Yeah, we know, we got it. I'm all about it. It's here. So if you guys are not a fan of the Kakalaki sauce, which is a fun thing to say and a great thing to enjoy, make sure you're checking out. You can get, there's a great collaboration with Cheerwine, that Kakalaki. So I'm going to just keep saying Kakalaki, and I'm going to keep showing it right here. So we've got it.
Kakalaki.
I think it was V Nguyen that said, "Where's the Kakalaki sauce?" Well, it's right here, Kakalaki, right here.
Okay, Del, I am privileged to have some of these sandwiches with me. And to start, before I forget, I saw someone comment, and I want to say it was Ming. Somebody said, "Did you make enough for all 40 of us?" And that made me think. So Mark has these available only until supplies run out. So he debuted this today. So go tomorrow, because this is going to be a really popular sandwich. People are already loving it. So make sure you go tomorrow if you want to get it. So it's really good. When Dell's little video clip came on, Harrison and I very quickly started taking chomps out of the sandwich when the camera was no longer on us, because we are starving and it smells so good. And you guys, I promise it tastes as good as it looks and smells. It is so good. The barbecue sauce, I even got a little extra. The barbecue sauce is perfect, perfectly sweet. It's everything, I don't know, it's everything I wanted it to be. The slaw, sweet, the bread is slightly toasted, and that brisket, you can tell how long it's been smoked. Mark nailed it with this sandwich, and I cannot recommend it enough. And I'm not just saying this. Like, I'm genuinely very excited about the sandwich, and I almost can't wait for the show to end so that I can eat the rest of it.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I enjoyed, one of the things I did not get a chance to enjoy like you do, because you get to work at these restaurants a lot. So when I get a chance to go and interview them, not only do they have this love of food and love of community, but they also, you know, there's a story behind that, which is, you know, these are tough times for a lot of these restaurants, and to be able to stay enthusiastic, to be able to work with collaborations and put things out there to make people just enjoy life a little bit more, get it a little bit more sweeter, if you will. I thought Mark did a great job. He had two options. You know, you've got the ciabatta roll and you've got the brioche bun. As I said on the video, plenty of brisket in there. I think it's a 14-hour smoke that he does. There's a lot of pride in what he put together. So I give him all the credit in the world. He was the nicest guy to interview and to get to know. And definitely, you know, located in the heart of the triangle, great location, great people, has a fun, helpful staff that will help you guys. Lots of sandwiches, but of course, right now it's the Cheerwine brisket sandwich that we want to make sure you guys try out.
Trust me, you guys, you seriously want this.
All right, well, we're going to stay on the sandwich train here.
Yes.
I also got a chance, because thanks to Megan and all the fantastic work she does with NC Eat and Play, I discovered my love for biscuits. I thought I loved biscuits until I saw some fantastic photos and a great story that went with it on NC Eat and Play on Instagram. And I got a chance, Megan, thanks to you, to meet Chef Sydney over at Debbie Lou's Biscuits and Sandwich Shop. I know you work with them on a regular basis.
Oh, yeah. So Debbie Lou's and True Flavors, they are two of my very favorite restaurants. They're sister restaurants. Are we starting with Debbie Lou's?
We're gonna start with Debbie Lou's. Yep.
Okay. So some of the best biscuits I've ever had. They're huge. I'm sure you guys have seen some of their pictures on social media because it's impressive. But not only is their food delicious, but they are just such nice people. They really want everybody to feel at home as soon as they walk in the door, and you can really tell. You can taste it in the food. You can feel it in their attitude. They're just a quality establishment.
Yep. And I love, you know, we're going to play a video that we did with them when we got to introduce them. So it's Chef Sydney is the owner of Debbie Lou's Biscuits and Sandwich Shop and True Flavors Diner. Now, True Flavors Diners has been an establishment in Durham for quite some time. There's 2 locations. We've had, you know I've been there with friends, brunch, all kinds of fun things. But then when they opened up this biscuit shop, especially right now when, you know, we all want some comfort, we all want to enjoy, you know, those bigger bites. That's where a fantastic biscuit and some talent behind those biscuits really come in. So let's go ahead, Megan. I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit more, and then we're going to play the video, and then we'll come back because I have these sandwiches right here, and I get to do the finishing touches here. So as you guys are watching, keep those comments coming. We're going to go ahead and get to know a little bit more about Debbie Lou's Biscuits and Sandwich Shop and True Flavors Diner. All right, guys. Well, as we've said, we've got Sydney here with Debbie Lou's Biscuit Shop and, of course, True Flavors Diner. Sydney, we're so happy to have you here tonight. I know we're out here chilling in the sun here in Durham, but we've got some great food that I want to get to because I know you're going to make this available to all of the folks out there watching this Cheerwine event. But let's get to know you a little bit. So let's start with Debbie Lou's Biscuits.
Okay. Debbie Lou Biscuits came about 2018. It's been born for a while because it's named after my mother.
Yeah.
My youngest daughter has her name.
So you named her after your mother?
I've been cooking using this biscuit recipe. They've been using that for a while. She passed it down to me. I made it better.
Oh. So, Mom, you're watching. Yeah. Sydney said he made it better. You know, I have to say they look really good.
Yeah, we made it better, Mom.
Yeah, okay.
And overall, what we did was just try to think about what can you actually do with a biscuit. Can you sweet, savory, all that mixed in one, and that's what the play is on what we're trying to do here. Our biscuit recipe is pretty simple. Still the typical thing: flour, butter, sugar, salt, baking powder.
I'm sorry, say that into the microphone one more time. What's the secret recipe?
Oh, no secret.
I know there's a special butter that you're claiming, right?
No, yes, we keep that under wraps.
I tried for you guys.
Unique butter that we use. All things to do is come try it. Go from there.
Well, I know my friends are huge fans. I'm a huge fan of Debbie Lou, so I have to say there's got to be something in that butter.
Yes.
So these biscuits are beautiful. We're going to get to those biscuits in a second, but obviously when folks are in Durham, you know, you got your social media. I know people can follow you on social media. You have beautiful photography. I mean, these biscuits obviously are beautiful. They're huge. You guys can see them. I'll actually hold them up in the camera in a second when we talk about the actual recipes. But you know, people can go online and order at this point, right?
Go to trueflavorsdiner.com. Everything is in one website. Everything, hours are on there. Sample menus are on there. But basically, we wanted to make the biscuit shop something that you didn't know anything about. So you can come here and get chicken, turkey. We had kangaroo at one point in time, rattlesnake at one point in time. We had camel. And of course, the normal favorites that we have, which is Chipotle blueberry chicken biscuit. It's not out here right now. The cherry, since we out here, the Cheerwine, which is going to be.
Can't wait to dive in on that.
Yes. That's going to be something special.
Well, Chef, I know for folks that are out there, I mean, you really have upped the game for a biscuit.
Correct.
I mean, these are scrumptious, large-size biscuits. You're making savory biscuits, you're making sweet biscuits, but you really are packing them with all kinds of fantastic ingredients. And for you, I know local is very important.
Correct. So we try to stick local with everything, especially with everything going on. Our chicken comes out of Charlotte that we use. Our bread comes from 9th Street Bakery, which is around the corner from here. Flour comes out of Henderson. And so we try to do this local. Yeah.
Well, good. Well, let's dive into the actual biscuits. And I know you mentioned True Flavors. We'll talk a little bit more about True Flavors as well. But let's first start with this one right here, because this is your sweet biscuit here. I'm going to hold this up. So this is the cherry biscuit. It's big, chunky blue cherries.
Blue after you cook it.
Yeah.
The Cheerwine is a reduction that we had done with this Cheerwine. We didn't want to add any extra sweetener to it. We reduced it for about an hour or so. And we added it with our powdered sugar and things like that, and then cooled it down, and then we mixed it again. So that's pretty much has a good smell. The flavor of the Cheerwine that's in it. It's going to be a product that changes.
Yeah, guys. When we were in the kitchen, we saw you reduced it down, mixed it with some fresh cherries, some frozen cherries as well, just to get that concentration going. Beautiful, rich color. And then you actually, with that reduction, made a few extra sauces. So you have one that's more of a glaze, and then one that's really true, just a syrup. True, no extra added sugar, just true Cheerwine. And reduction, and just either fresh berries, and then a little bit more of that concentrated frozen berry. So then if you're looking for something a little bit more savory, so you basically took the same biscuit. And hey, who doesn't like to add chicken, right? So. Here looks phenomenal. Tell us about this.
That one is the same thing as the biscuit. It has the icing on it as well as Cheerwine barbecue sauce on there.
Wow.
As well as a cherry reduction. And We have a diner. That's a
diner.
diner.
Okay, so this is the True Flavors Diner representation here. Okay.
So we actually just used that same barbecue sauce, but made it a little. We went with the grilled chicken on there instead of fried chicken. Bacon, lettuce and tomato, some green salad greens that we actually make in house, and a skirt of cheese.
This skirt of cheese is like everything right now.
Yeah.
This skirt of cheese is amazing. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about True Flavors.
True Flavors Diner is a modern take that originally came up 5 or 6 years ago. We've been our original location on Highway 55 has been open now for 5 or 6 years now. It's just a modern take on a upstate diner.
Yeah.
It's a southern
Throw in
thing.
some Cheerwine. I'm there.
Cheerwine
There you go.
there as well. So yeah, it's just a modern take on a diner.
Yeah. I love it. I know I have friends there that go there for breakfast. They go for brunch. There's all kinds of great things. And so with COVID happening right now, let's keep everybody informed. So number one, we want to make sure that everyone knows that if you are going to Debbie Lou's, you can go online, you can call ahead, you can pick up currently. And these dishes will be available. So you've got your Cheerwine cherry biscuit, glazed with fantastic reduction of Cheerwine. You've got the chicken added version with that barbecue chicken on there, that Cheerwine barbecue chicken, and then from the True Flavors menu, which you can get at the Debbie Lou location. This is going to be the Cheerwine barbecue chicken club, grilled chicken club with that skirt of cheese.
So the stuff that was very popular will be on there, so we can kind of minimize and have it True Flavors names still out there.
Fantastic. So
during this time,
you can order on the website, go to the True Flavors tab, but you're picking up at the Debbie Lou's location right here on Chapel Hill Road in Durham.
2022 Chapel Hill Road.
Yeah.
Parking will be on the weekend on the side here. We also have a separate lot down here that you guys can walk up to. Just call someone and bring it to you.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing, trying to do the curbside.
Now, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, weekends are fantastic. This is great weekend food, but just keep in mind when we're talking about supporting local, I mean, remember, they're open every day. So if you need that great, honey, I'm home, I've got some fantastic dinner already planned for us, call ahead, order online, pick up at Debbie Lou's, and then you can just bring them home and you can surprise your family with some great dishes. I know you talked about this is family style. So grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 biscuits for the family. You guys can cut it up and eat it. Or if you're like me, you just make sure you get your biscuits and then you can eat some more of what you're going to share with other folks.
He said.
Yeah, there you go. Well, good. So I just want to end with, obviously, with everything that's going on right now, local is very important to you. The support. What are you feeling from the community as far as like supporting a local business?
I think we need to support each other, especially support Durham. Just trying to stick together, basically. So I try to eat out a couple of days during the weekend somewhere else's restaurant. So I'm normally trying somebody else's food and trying to support that particular way. And please tip.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many things that you probably never thought of. So tipping is always welcome. Obviously, gratuity. I mean, there are. Remember, a lot of these restaurants have limited staff, right? So people are working. If you go to a restaurant and they're busy, it means that a smaller number of people are now serving a lot more people. So be more considerate on that gratuity. And then little things like, pickup versus maybe a mobile app. I mean, I know we all love mobile apps. We all love, go on your phone and order it and have it delivered. But, there's a percentage that sometimes gets taken away from those local restaurants. So we're not saying don't do it, but if you have the opportunity, I always say pick up is best.
Definitely better for a restaurant itself. It's just a lot of foods that go into a lot of those delivery services.
Right.
Some of us use them, some of us don't. I'm not going to use it.
Yeah.
But definitely just come to support. If you see us in here working, the people that actually work in these restaurants, the people that actually care about the place.
Yeah. Family members. I met a lot of your family here. Yeah.
My whole family is working with me now, and staffing is just a big issue at this particular time. Stuff is going right now. So definitely want to make sure people get paid and work that particular way, but we can minimize that. That'd be great. But the people that actually work in these restaurants, please support them.
Yeah. You can always go online, follow on social, leaving a great review. If you haven't been to the restaurant in a while, certainly you can recall what your favorite memories are. Maybe you meant to leave that review online and just didn't get to it because life always takes you in a different direction. But now is a chance to really kind of take time to show love and support for your favorite local restaurants. I mean, Debbie Lou's, you can't, I'm telling you guys, right now, I'm going to have to be writing a lot of reviews. This is fantastic. We want to thank you for being a part of this event. And then I'm going to end with this last question. So name the place after your mom. I know, of course, your daughter, who also works here, is named after your mom. What would your mom say?
Good job.
Good job? She's not going to say, what'd you do to my biscuits?
She might have said that earlier.
Yeah.
Right now she said good job.
Yeah, she's like, you fancied my biscuits out.
Yeah.
Well, Chef.
We definitely did.
Yep, Chef, this looks fantastic. There are so many different items on the menu. Please go to the website. Support local. It's very, very important. And I want to thank you for obviously supporting Cheerwine. Big fan of Cheerwine, I know.
Yes, very much so.
Yes.
Drink Cheerwine is a pastime.
Yeah. It's part of our everyday celebration, right? All right, guys. All right, I want to thank Chef Sydney. Not only did he give us some great dishes, which I'm going to make sure that you guys see, but he taught me how to do the ultimate pour. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this Cheerwine sauce all over this cherry biscuit. I think I just got some sauce all over my computer. It's probably worth it. But anyways, this is the actual cherry biscuit. I want to show you guys from a size perspective. Look how, I mean, come on. Filled with just huge cherries.
I want that.
I mean, and this reduction, I actually saw him make this reduction with the sugar, is so good. I want it on everything that I can possibly have. And then, of course, if you liked this biscuit, but you want a little bit more savory, then all you do in the South is you throw a fried piece of chicken on it, and there you go. So I'm going to go ahead and do.
Their chicken is so good.
So I'm going to go ahead and do a work. Now, this one, if you go to Debbie Lou's and you get the Cheerwine chicken sandwich biscuit, what you're going to do is you're going to get some reduction of Cheerwine here. Nice little sauce there. And then for a little bit more of a sweeter flavor, you're going to get a little bit more of that sugar coating there.
No,
just let me know how much you want to pour on there. They'll do a great job. One quick thing, Megan, that I wanted to mention that is very important to Chef Sydney is that, you know, you'll see some of this garnish here. This is actually microgreens that they actually grow in-house, just in case. If you guys are not familiar with microgreens, this is not just like the chefy stuff. Dean likes these microgreens. This is the chefy, like secret ingredient that you want to add to every flavor dish that you have. I mean, they're nice and peppery, fresh, and really add something. For these microgreens, again, he's huge in sourcing local and supporting local, as you heard him talk about. But I mean, again, this chicken sandwich, like, do I need to get the camera like into this? How amazing is it?
It speaks for itself.
And then I want to give a shout out to Jackie. Jackie Fields put a comment on there. So now it's time to talk about this club here. So this club here, Jackie says, I'll let you hit me with that club. Lord have mercy. It's huge and delicious looking. Well, Jackie, Lord have mercy. Thick barbecue Cheerwine here. All over this grilled chicken club covered in fantastic bacon. And you heard him say, I want to make sure you guys didn't miss this squirt of cheese here. This fantastic, fancy, but not so fancy I won't just put it in my mouth. Skirt of cheese here that comes with this club. Now this is a True Flavors Diner sandwich that, of course, as he said in the video, Chef Sydney said that right now what they're doing is you go over to, I think someone asked, where are they located? You can just go over off of Chapel Hill Road in Durham. I think it's 2022 Chapel Hill Road. And you can order off of the True menu, the True Flavors Diner menu, and pick it up at Debbie Lou's. And guys, you're going to have his sweet family there working. They are doing some great work. he is staying true to his artistry as a chef and really taking the biscuit game to a whole nother level. Megan, I saw someone ask, is this that post that had that lobster
I was
biscuit?
going to mention that. Yes, I think that was Elizabeth. And yes, that is the same place. They don't always have the lobster, but if you check their website, sometimes they do. But as Bill said, Debbie Lou's and True Flavors are combined. There is also a True Flavors off of 55 in Durham, more towards Morrisville, RTP.
Yep.
But if you go to the one in Durham, they're connected. So you can get both. You can get that club sandwich and you can get a biscuit. You can try both. And I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but I want to see if you guys try any of this. Please send me a picture.
Yep. So for the Lord have mercy, I'm going to give you, Jackie, a prize because I like how you comment. Lord have mercy, one word. And so you're going to get a prize. So I'll make sure that my team makes sure that you get a prize. But for a gift card giveaway, Megan, let's give a gift card to Debbie Lou's away as well. So we said a couple of times the address for Debbie Lou's. So clearly you guys are probably in Google right now looking it up. But just in case you paid attention, we not only had it in the video, but we talked about it, and it's in comments somewhere where the address is. It's really important that we want to, as Chef Sydney said, supporting local, supporting Durham is very important right now. So let's do our part. Guys, this is not just a weekend trip. You can pick up, bring them to the family style, and enjoy them for the family. So let's see those that are out there with the addresses so that you can get a gift card from Debbie Lou's. And real quickly, I'm going to go ahead and announce some winners here. Thanks to Kim. She's been tracking things. We've got Lori Martini. She is a winner. Congratulations, Lori. You've got a Kangaroo cooler coming your way. Brennan Sear, Serre, you are also a winner. And I also have NC Tripping. Obviously got to be a fun page to check out. NC Tripping, you also are a winner. Yeah, you're going to get a Kanga cooler. And just so I haven't had to talk about this Kanga cooler. So this is a Kanga cooler out of some fun, enterprising folks from Clemson. They made it on the Shark Tank. They basically said, hey, I don't want to have to break down anything. I want to go ahead and grab a pack of Cheerwine, and I just want to put it in a koozie. So basically you just unzip, you put it in the koozie, and then all you got to do is just pull it out. It's nice and cold. So there's your Cheerwine in a plastic bottle there. Don't break anybody's hearts there. Yes, they have plastic bottles. But the glass ones will fit in here as well. But yeah, you just pack it up. So these Kanga coolers are hot right now. We've got them available throughout North Carolina, of course, at omegasports.com, which is a partner of Cheerwine. You can always pick them up there. But Kanga cooler, someone also mentioned they liked my hat. I think they were talking about my hat. I'm going to find who you are, and I'm going to send you a hat.
Ooh.
Prizes away. You get a hat, and you get a hat. I get a chicken biscuit sandwich.
Harrison said, I like his hat.
All right, so we got two great restaurants that we got a chance to have a spotlight on. Again, just a quick reminder, a couple of things that I want to make sure people are aware of. Huge thank you to Cheerwine for always supporting great local restaurants. You know, it is important that these local restaurants are heard, seen, and supported in your celebration of them on social media. Now's a great time to do that. Leave a review, share with friends. The idea that Cheerwine, this iconic brand, as Megan calls it, is able to work with them and show them love and support is always, fantastic. It just really speaks to why being local and supporting local is always fantastic. And then I know, Megan, you had a restaurant or a creamery or an ice cream shop that you wanted to talk about, fresh local ice cream that also not only did they support this event early on when we had the original date, they made an ice cream available that I want you to talk about. But then I also want to talk about how folks at home may want to try their own ice cream recipe.
Absolutely. Okay, guys. Fresh local ice cream is my favorite ice cream in the Triangle. It is incredible. It's probably my favorite ice cream ever. Harrison, it's wide now, so we can see you. So Fresh Local is delicious. I was super excited to have them a part of the team to do this with Cheerwine, and they were really pumped about it. And they created their flavor for June, and we ended up having to change the date to July. So I'm really sad about that, but they got a lot of support and attention, and people really, really enjoyed that ice cream. I talked to them a little bit about how they made that Cheerwine ice cream, and it was a science because, you know, if you have too much, the water within the drink makes the ice cream too runny. If you have too little, the Cheerwine flavor doesn't come through. And they worked tirelessly. And the ice cream was beautifully pink. It had awesome Cheerwine flavor. It was amazing. It did so well. I loved having them be a part of it. So sadly, that flavor ended in June. But Fresh Local always has Cheerwine floats. So definitely go pay them a visit. Their ice cream is incredible. And then if you're craving ice cream at home, Cheerwine on their website has a really awesome recipe for homemade ice cream. I believe we have a video for that, if I'm remembering correctly. Yes, we have a video. So we're going to show you guys that video, how to make that Cheerwine ice cream. And I bet it's delicious. I would love to know if you guys make it.
Well, there you go. So Cheerwine ice cream, a little something to end with on a sweet note. Speaking of sweet, Megan, I just want to let you know, I'm going to give another shout out to Chef Sydney over at True Flavors and Debbie Lou's. I have his biscuit. I've got my own version of the buffalo chicken Cheerwine buffalo chicken wings with my chicken thighs. And then, of course, the fantastic Cheerwine Brussels sprouts. I just poured all of Chef Sydney's reduction of Cheerwine all over everything. So I'm telling you, you got to try these recipes out, guys.
Looks delicious.
All right, Megan, have you had fun?
I've had a blast, you guys. I've loved watching all these comments, all these people that tuned in. Some of you are my friends, and some of you I don't know, and all of you, it just makes my heart sing. Thank you so much for supporting us in Cheerwine and celebrating with us.
Yeah, and Megan, thank you. I know you've got Dean, you've got Harrison. You know, it is a family effort when it comes to NC Eat and Play. You know, guys, this isn't a huge team. This is a young husband and wife with a young child that's out there making some things happen, supporting some great local businesses. We're happy to be able to be a part of it. I've had fun co-hosting. I get to meet great people, so I love that. Anytime I get to do that, support my great recipes as well.
Yes, and Dean says hi to everyone too. Let me see if I can get him in this way. Dean, say hi.
Just to recap, so all these recipes you can find at cheerwine.com. Also, Megan, I know you're going to have a lot of what we talked about tonight on your website, nceatplay.com, because we'll break down some of the things. We've got some behind-the-scenes stuff that we did that we'll share exclusively on NC Eat and Play. Of course, you can also follow Megan and NC Eat and Play at NC Eat and Play on Instagram and, of course, on Facebook. I'm going to pull in my little puppy here that's new to our family. This is, everyone meet Cherry Cheerwine here. No, that's not her name. I'm just joking. Little Cheerwine wants to make a offer.
This is Luna.
There
She
you go.
just woke up from a nap.
So she's not going to get any of the food. Don't worry. She's too young. But just a little puppy plug there. Since you had Dean, I had to pull my puppy out.
Hey, there's a lot of similarities. I'm not going to lie.
Megan, again, I want to give a huge shout out to you. I know you juggle a lot of things, young mother, really making some great things happening for local brands. I think you've done a great job working with a huge brand like Cheerwine. Another shout out to Julia, who joined us early on. Always, guys, go to cheerwine.com for great recipes. Go to Cheerwine for fun. They are trying to have a great summer, as they do every summer with you guys. Go to cheerwine.com, learn more about their uniquely Southern summer contest, some fun giveaways and prizes. And for those of you that have won tonight, we are going to make sure that you put a top in our messaging so that we have your email so we can coordinate shipping some of these great prizes to you. And then again, I wanted to end with this one quick comment that I got from Elizabeth. I think it's Corey Rays. If you're still watching, your comment was a brave one. It says, "Don't hate me. I don't think I've tried Cheerwine." Well, you know what, Elizabeth, we're going to change that. We're sending you a Cheerwine care package so that you can be immersed in all the fun and fantastic things that have to do with Cheerwine.
You are going to love it, Elizabeth. It's life-changing.
Yep. So again, I see someone putting hashtag CheerWineSummer. That's right. That's the way that you get into that contest. So as you guys are enjoying the summer, make sure that you're hitting it up on social, hashtag CheerWineSummer, get into the contest, have some fun, and then again, continue to keep following NC Eat and Play. Megan, you did a great job.
You did a great job. Thank you, Del.
All right. All right, you guys, you have a great night. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.